Hi everyone, how are you? I hope you're all in a good situation. I am Eleguen Morales, studying Accountancy and Business Management at Our Lady of Fatima University, ABM 11YA-3. So for today's video, I'm going to discuss what is profit and loss, what is gross profit margin, and what is net profit and net profit margin. So if you want to know what's inside in that three topics, just please keep on watching. Profit and loss. Under the profit and loss, we will discuss three topics, which is profit and loss, two, gross profit and gross profit margin, and net profit and net profit margin. What is profit? Profit is the amount gained by selling a product which should be more than the cost price of the product. It is the gain amount from any kind of business activity. Loss. The amount the seller incurs after selling the product less than its cost price is mentioned as loss. The formula on profit or loss is selling price minus the cost. Note, the result is a profit if it is positive and loss if it is a negative. So we have here an example or a problem-solving example. So number 1, if the cost of a bag is 500 and sold for 985, determine if we have a profit or loss. So we will compute it. So if the bag cost 50 pesos, cost is 50 pesos, 500 pesos, and sold for 985, we will determine if the bag have a profit or loss using the formula. So formula is selling price minus the cost. So 985 minus the cost, which is the 500, equals, using the scientific calculator, we will compute it. So 985 minus the cost, which is 500, is equals to 485. So our answer is 485. Let's see if our computation is correct. Okay, so our answer is 485. Therefore, we have a profit of 485. The bag has a profit of 485. Let's proceed to another example. Example number 2. If the cost of the motorcycle is 65,600 and got sold for 58,000, determine if we have a profit or loss. So again, we will compute it. Profit and loss formula, selling price minus the cost. So the selling price of the motorcycle is 58,000, while the cost of the motorcycle is 65,600. So using the scientific calculator, we will compute it. So selling price, which is 58,000, minus the cost of the motorcycle, 65,600, is equals to negative 7,600. So negative 7,600. Gaya sa note na nakalagay kanina sa unang PowerPoint, kapag negative ang lumabas sa ating total, meaning we have a loss. So let's see if our answer is correct. Okay, so the motorcycle has a loss of 7,600. So Meron na tayong example ng profit and meron na rin tayong example ng loss. So ngayon, it's time for you to answer. So this is the must-try activity. So number 3, if the cost of a branded shirt is 3,000 and sold for 3,280, determine if you have a profit or loss. So I will give you time to answer these questions or this problem. You can pause the video if you want, and after you answer, we will check if your answer is correct or not. Okay, so let's check your activity or your answer. So again, profit and loss formula, selling price minus the cost. So the given is the selling price is 3,280 minus the cost of 3,000. Compute 3,280 minus 3,000 is 280. So our answer is 280. And it is a profit. The answer is profit. The branded shirt has a profit of 280. So, ganun lang guys, ganun lang natin i-compute yung profit and loss, and kung paano natin malaman kung yung isang bagay ba is mayroong profit or kung loss ba yung nangyari sa bagay na yun. So, we will on to the next topic, which is the gross profit and gross margin. Ano nga ba ang gross profit at ano nga ba ang gross margin? Gross profit, the profit a business makes after subtracting all the costs that are related to manufacturing and selling its products or services. And gross profit margin refers to a profitability measure that looks at a company's gross profit. At ang formula naman sa gross profit ay sales minus revenue, habang sa gross profit margin naman is gross profit over sales revenue times 100. So again, gagawa na naman tayo ng mga problem dito. Kailangan na naman natin mag-solve ng mga problem. First problem. If the cost of the frame is 73 pesos and sold at 98 pesos, find the gross profit. So, gross profit pa lang yung hinahanap dito. Hindi pa hinahanap yung gross margin, pero later, hahanapin na rin yung gross margin. So, compute. Okay, so we will compute the number 1 problem sa gross profit. So, formula, sales revenue minus the product cost. So, ang sales revenue ng frame is 98 pesos. 98 pesos. Habang yung product cost naman niya is 73. Calculator. 98 minus 73 is equals to 25. So, mayroong 25 pesos PHP. 25 PHP ang frame. Ayan ang gross profit ng ating number 1 question. Ayan, so dahil nahanap na nga natin yung sagot sa gross profit ng frame, ngayon naman nahanapin naman natin kung ano yung gross profit margin ng frame. So, sobrang importante na mahanap muna natin yung gross profit ng sa isang problem bago natin sundan o bago natin hanapin yung gross profit margin, kasi hindi natin masasagot yung gross profit margin kapag walang gross profit. So, ito naman, ito ay frame pa din, same questions, same problem, but ang hinahanap naman dito sa question na to is yung profit margin. So, ano nga ulit yung gross profit ng frame? So, ang gross profit ng frame is 25 over the sales revenue, which is 98 pesos times 100. So, it is percentage guys. So, lagi nyo tatandaan na kapag gross margin, it is percentage. Okay, so, let's compute it. 25 over 98 times, times 100 is equals to 25.51. 25.51%. So, let's check if tama yung gross margin natin. So, ayan. So, ang gross profit margin natin ay 25.81%. So, lagi natin tandaan guys, kapag gross profit margin, ito ay percentage. Next, number 2. If the cost of a knife set is 67 pesos 0.33 and sold at 750 pesos 0.25, find the gross profit. So, ito, gross profit, so hindi pa siya percentage. Kapag gross margin, doon lang siya magiging percentage. Okay, so, let's compute again. Hanap natin yung gross profit niya, pero bago yon is formula muna. So, GP, which is gross profit, sales revenue minus, tama, product cost. So, ayan. Ano nga ba yung sales revenue ng knife? So, yung sales revenue ng knife is 750.25 minus the product cost, which is the 67 pesos 0.31 equals 750.25 minus 670.31. So, ang ating gross profit is 79.94. Yan yung gross profit natin sa number 2. Ang hinahanap naman is yung gross profit margin. Since nahanap na nga natin yung gross profit na 79.94, hanap pa naman natin kung ano yung gross profit margin ng knife set. So, formula, gross profit over sales revenue times 100. Okay, compute 79.94 divided by 750.25 is equals to yan times 100. Okay, so 10.65, pero dahil higher than 5, which dahil 5 siya, tayo ay mag-round up, round off 10.66%. Yan, so nag-round off tayo guys dito sa ating gross profit margin. Now, it's your time to find the gross profit of the problem. So, question number 3, you can answer this and I will give you some time again. You can pause the video. So, ngayon, i-check naman natin kung tama ba kung tama ba yung sagot natin sa must try activity. So, una, hanapin muna natin yung gross profit ng yogurt. So, formula, 75 minus 63 is equals to 75 minus 63 is equals to 12. So, ang gross profit ng yogurt milk is 12. Nahanap na natin yung gross profit ng yogurt milk. Hanapin naman natin yung gross profit margin. So, GP over the sales times 100. So, ano ba yung gross profit ng yogurt milk? Ito ay 12 over 75 na sales revenue times 100. Okay? Ang total niya is 12 over 75 times 100, 16. So, 16 ang ating gross profit margin. So, I hope tama yung inyong mga nasagot or pares tayo ng mga nasagot. So, ito na ang sagot sa ating gross profit. So, the gross profit of a yogurt milk is 12 pesos. So, I hope tama yung mga nagiging sagot nyo at tama yung mga nagiging sagot natin or nakahanap nating gross profit. So, ano naman yung gross profit margin ng yogurt milk? So, ang gross profit margin ng yogurt milk is 16%. The gross profit margin of a yogurt milk is 16%. Tayo sa ating tapos na tayo sa profit and loss. Tapos na tayo sa gross profit and gross margin. So, ito na ang ating third topic, which is the net profit and net profit margin. Definitions: net profit, the final measure of profitability, and is calculated by subtracting all expenses, including non-operating expenses such as debt, repayments, and restructuring costs from total revenue. Net profit margin is a percentage of revenue left after all expenses have been deducted from sales. So, net profit and net profit margin formula is net profit minus yan guys, minus operating expense minus overheads. So, minus yan. Net profit, nakalimutan kong baguhin, pero ayusin na lang natin mamaya. Net profit margin, net profit over sales revenue times 100. So, it's time to solve 3 problem again. So, first problem, a paper company has 15,000 in revenue with a cost of goods sold of 30,000. That leaves them with gross profit of 120,000. If 60 pesos is allocated for salaries, 10,000 pesos operating expenses, and 3,000 to taxes, find the net profit. So, hanapin naman natin siya ng kanyang net profit. Hanapin naman natin yung net profit ng problem number 1. So, to solve net profit, ima-minus mo lang lahat na expenses and yung sales revenue. So, ang sales revenue doon is 150,000 minus yung mga expenses na sinabi, which is yung 30,000 minus 30,000 minus 60 minus 60 minus 10,000 minus 3,000. So, kapag na-minus natin lahat yan, ibig sabihin, ayun na yung ating net profit. So, 150,000 minus 30,000 minus 60 minus 10,000 minus 3,000. So, ang ating net profit is 106,940. So, ayan ang ating net profit. Ngayon, ito naman, hanapin naman natin yung net profit margin. So, ang formula naman is net profit over sales revenue times 100. So, dahil nahanap na natin yung net profit kanina, which is 106,940, i-divide natin siya sa 150,000 and ito times sa 100 para malaman natin yung net profit margin. 40 over 150, 1, 2, 3, times 1, mamaya na. Yan, times 100. Ayan. So, natin siya. Ang sagot dyan is 71.29%. Guys, pagka margin, lagi nating tatandaan na percent siya. So, ayan ang ating net profit margin. And ngayon, mayroon naman tayong must try activity. Again, pero in a table form siya. You can pause again the video if magsasagot kayo. You have all the time, guys, para magsagot, and mamaya i-reveal natin kung ano ba yung possible na answer dito. So, ang gagawin nyo lang dyan is ipag-plus nyo yung product cost and other expense, tsaka i-divide sa total revenue and times 100 for net profit margin. For net profit naman, ipag-minus nyo lang siya lahat. Titingnan lang kayo ng formula. Okay, so you have all the time and good luck! Now, let's see my answer for this table, and sana tama or parehas tayo ng naging sagot. So, this is my answer for the net profit and net profit margin. So, net profit sa number 2 question is 290,385. For net profit margin is 48.32%. For question number 3 naman, I have a net profit of 20,543,485, and sa net profit margin naman is 8.43%. So, sana pares tayo ng mga naging sagot dito sa ating must try activity. And, yan. So, doon na nagtapos ang ating tatlong topics. At dyan nagtapos ang ating discussion for today's video. Sana ay may tutunan kayo sa aking diniscuss na topic, kung saan ito ay profit and loss, gross profit margin, net profit, and net profit margin. Sana ang mga topic na ito ay makatulong sa inyo sa inyong pag-aaral at sa buhay sa labas ng eskwelahan. So, bago tayo matapos, ay gusto ko lang i-share yung isang quotes galing sa isang anonymous na tao at nagsasabi na life is a math equation. In order to gain the most, you have to know to convert negatives into positives. So, ang buhay daw ay parang math equation na kung gusto mo malaman yung sagot, kailangan mo munang i-convert yung mga negative na nangyayari sa buhay mo into positive para mas mag-grow ka and mas maging happy ang buhay mo hanggang sa pagtanda.